Oh, it's so hot today.
What? Hot?
Yes.
Are you kidding? I'm freezing cold over here.
What's wrong with you, Ed?
Oh, it's cold in here. What? You have no sweater, no nothing?
Ed, don't you feel well? Come here.
What? By you, it's... By here it's warm, and there it's cold.
Yes.
This is a strange room. You go over here. Okay. Oh,
Oh my God.
now I feel better.
Okay. It's very strange.
It is very strange.
Yeah.
Weather is strange.
Yes, you are right.
It can change like that.
Yeah, like that.
Well, today's lesson is about weather.
Yes, so let's go and read it.
Good idea.
Okay. So from intermediate number 1, weather warning.
Bad weather. It's called weather warning. This is a warning from the National Weather Department. Although we have been having a lot of warm sunshine recently, the weather is going to change very soon. According to our weather reporter, a fall in temperature below 5 degrees Fahrenheit is expected by tomorrow morning. There will be freezing winds of up to 60 miles an hour, as well as heavy rains, which may cause flooding in the city and terrible damage. People should stay home and look after themselves. Please make sure that your children and animals are kept inside.
Yeah, I think it's better.
This is a serious weather warning.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, absolutely, Ed.
Right. Now, Sarah, let's look at some of the particular words that we used in this little story. We have keywords.
Okay.
Okay. A warning is a special communication, right? This is coming from an organization that we have in the United States called the National Weather Department. This organization monitors the weather all over the United States. Now, another word which I think is interesting is this one, sunshine, right? We know the word sun.
Yeah.
But the sun, what does the sun do? The sun shines and it gives light. So to shine means to produce light. Sunshine is what we feel or what we see coming from the sun.
For example, in summer.
Oh yeah, the sunshine is nice and warm.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, we have sunshine in the winter too.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Sometimes.
the air is cold.
Yeah.
And this is the difference. Okay. It's going to change, okay? This is the future intentional form,
Yeah.
right? That means in the near future, in a short period of time, we will have a change in the weather. In fact, it says here,
Very
soon. Okay? A fall in temperature. Okay, we know fall.
Yeah.
I can fall
Down.
here, I can fall down, but a fall means a decrease.
Yeah.
A decrease in temperature. Okay? Below 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is the unit of measure that we use in the United States, while in the rest of the world,
There
okay,
isn't.
they don't use Fahrenheit. Okay? In the rest of the world, we use Celsius or centigrade.
Yeah.
Okay? But in the United States, we use Fahrenheit. 5 degrees below. That means 5 degrees under zero. That means very cold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dangerously cold. Okay? This drop or this fall in temperature is expected, and this is passive. This is the passive tense. There will be freezing winds. Okay? Wind, we know what that means.
Yeah.
Okay? To freeze, obviously, if you put water into your freezer in your refrigerator, you get ice. So these can be very, 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 very cold winds, freezing winds. 60 miles an hour. Okay, 60 miles an hour. 60 miles an hour is another unit of measure. That miles an hour, okay, is something, a unit of measure that we use in the United States. while in the rest of the world, we use kilometers per hour.
Yeah, for example, in Italy, where I live.
Absolutely. In Italy, you use kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
Now, 60 miles an hour is about 90 kilometers an hour. So these are very strong winds.
Yeah.
Okay? Here we have a term, heavy rains. Okay, rain we know. Rain is heavy.
No, it's not heavy.
This means very, very strong, very intense. And we do use the word heavy. But we can also use the opposite, which is light. So we can have light rain.
Or heavy rain.
Or heavy rain, exactly right. Here's an interesting word, flooding, okay? Flooding is what happens when you have a lot of rain, a lot of water, and the water doesn't go away quick enough. So what happens is you have an accumulation of water in the streets and in the fields, and this is obviously a very, very dangerous and negative situation.
Do you usually have this situation?
Well, 1 year ago in my home area, New York, Long Island, we had Hurricane Sandy, which was a very, very strong hurricane, and it caused flooding. There was water very high near the shore, okay, which is the area near the ocean, okay. And in fact, my cousin, her house was almost flooded.
Okay.
The water came very high.
Yes, very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Sad situation. Right?
Okay, terrible damage. Okay, that can happen with flooding and all strange types of weather conditions. Damage is your things get ruined.
Yeah.
Okay, ruined. Your house, your car. In fact, I was telling you about my cousin. Her car was totally under the water.
Oh my.
So that was damaged totally.
Yeah.
People should stay home.
So it's better to stay at home, not go out.
Well, it depends. Okay, sometimes the weather department and the police department can ask the citizens to leave their homes because to stay home could be even more dangerous. Okay, especially in the case of that Hurricane Sandy 1 year ago in the United States. Okay, people were, let's say, advised, okay, recommended to leave their homes and go to a safer place, maybe a little bit higher elevation where the water won't come up so high.
But in this case,
people should stay home. Okay, so in this case we have a very heavy rains and cold temperature and very strong winds, but it's not a hurricane. So people should stay home and look after themselves, right?
Take care.
Yes, that's right, exactly, to take care of themselves. Make sure that they are well. Don't go outside because outside the conditions are very, very dangerous. Make sure that your children and animals are kept inside, okay? Sometimes, you know, when there's strong winds, children think it's fun to go outside in the wind. But in this case, it isn't a good idea. And of course, animals sometimes become frightened and they want to run out of the house or run somewhere. But it's best to keep the animals inside.
Inside.
All right? Inside means in the house.
Yes, not outside.
Exactly right. Okay, so that's our article about weather warning.
Okay.
All right?
So we can see maybe some particular expressions.
That's a good idea. We do have some particular expressions.
Okay. What's the weather like? It's a typical expression.
Yeah, this is a typical expression. It can be a little bit confusing to people who don't know English very well. Okay? If I had to think of another way of saying this, I'd say, what is the weather? Okay? How is the weather? That would be the best way and maybe a less confusing way. Okay?
Because in this case, like, it's not the verb to like.
Exactly, right. And it's kind of a strange way of expressing, but that's English.
Yeah.
It's sunny, okay? The sun is out, the sun is shining. In all of these situations, rainy, cloudy, windy, snowy, foggy, stormy, you see, we have a common letter, which is the Y. I'll explain. Sun, rain, cloud, right? Wind, breeze, snow, fog, storm. All of these weather situations, okay, we can express also in this way. Sunny, rainy, cloudy. So, windy, okay? That means there is wind, there is snow, there is fog,
Foggy.
and there is a storm, okay? This is a particular way of expressing conditions.
So, for example, what's the weather like today?
Well, today it's quite cold.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not windy.
No.
Last night it was foggy. There
Yeah.
was fog.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So these are some particular weather expressions. We have some more.
Oh,
These are quite simple.
hot.
It's hot. Okay. When we say hot, we usually mean very hot, not very pleasant. But warm is
okay.
pleasant.
Yeah, it's
okay. It's
okay.
pleasantly warm. It's the temperature is high, but not too high. Here we have 3 expressions, okay, for low temperatures. It's cold, it's cool, that's pleasant. It's freezing.
Freezing.
Okay, that means so cold
Yes,
that
not
you
nice.
not very nice, right? Okay. Here's some expressions about the amount of humidity in the air. Okay, very dry. Okay, like in the desert, it's
Yeah.
very dry. Okay, humid and damp. Humid and damp are basically the same. The same expressions. Yes. Okay. Damp I would use to talk about something like my jacket or my shirt is damp because of the humidity.
Yeah.
Okay. There's lightning and thunder. Okay, when there's a storm, we have lightning and thunder. Lightning and thunder almost always go together. It's the same phenomenon. Here's another expression we would say. We can look in the distance and say a thunderstorm is coming, because often when this happens, you can see the arrival of the thunderstorm. A blizzard is coming. A blizzard is a particular word, and it means a situation when we have a lot of snow and a lot of wind. That's also a very dangerous situation, and you don't want to be outside when there is a blizzard.
Yeah.
Okay? So blizzard, very strong, a lot of snow and a lot of wind. We have a few more expressions. I already explained about lightning and thunder. Here is a very kind of a humorous expression.
Yes.
It's raining cats and dogs.
Where are they? Where are they?
Don't joke.
Ah, okay. No,
It's raining
I'm
cats and
joking.
dogs mean it's raining very heavily.
But it's very funny, this expression.
It is funny, but there is a little truth in this.
Yeah.
In fact, there have been situations in very, very particular conditions where small animals can come down from the sky. It's true, I've heard this. Like frogs
Yeah.
or fish.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happens, but they say it's true.
Okay, but not cats and dogs.
Not cats and dogs, that's
Okay.
exaggerating. So
Yeah.
the rain is so heavy that it feels like something is falling on you, like a cat or a dog.
Yeah.
Now this expression, a storm in a teacup, really isn't about weather, even though we use the word storm. Okay? A storm in a teacup means we have a little problem which has been exaggerated by somebody. So if you have a slight problem, maybe you say, Ed, my dress, it doesn't fit right. I said, well, Sarah, it's not so tragic. Okay? So this is an exaggeration.
Yeah, yeah.
A storm in a teacup. A teacup, of course, is something we use to drink tea.
Yeah, to drink,
and it's a
yeah.
small thing. And how can you have a storm in a teacup?
It's quite impossible.
Exactly. Okay. Now, we can also do some exercises about these expressions and this article. So let's go and do some practice.
Okay.
Do some exercises. Okay?
We can do, for example, exercise number 2.
We can do number 2? Okay. Would you like?
Okay, because here we have good weather and bad weather.
Right. Read the weather warning, which we have done. put these weather words into the right columns. 5 degrees Fahrenheit, that's a measure of the temperature, okay? Freezing winds, okay? Winds that are so cold, okay? Clear skies. Skies without clouds,
Yes.
right?
I
Without
like very
clouds.
much.
Everybody does. Flooding, which we talked about the amount of water in the streets and on the ground, which is also very dangerous. Heavy rains, we talked about very strong rains, a lot of rain. Light wind, okay? That's a wind that's not strong, okay, not heavy.
Yeah.
Again, we have light and heavy, okay? Light wind, heavy rains. No rain,
Okay.
warm sunshine, okay? Like we said, today, it's a winter day. We have sunshine, but it's really not warm. Okay, so for good weather, let's see, I would say clear skies is a indication of good weather.
Yeah.
What else can we say about good weather? Warm sunshine. Okay. What else do we associate with good weather? How about no rain? Right?
And what do you think? Light wind?
A light wind can be pleasant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Why not?
A light wind can be present. So these other terms we would associate with bad weather. Okay, 5 degrees Fahrenheit, that's quite cold.
Yeah.
Okay, heavy rains, okay, not a good situation. Freezing winds, okay. And of course, flooding, which is probably of these conditions, the most dangerous and the most damaging. Let's do another exercise.
I think we can do another one.
Number 4.
Okay, let's go with number 4.
Sally needs to go out tomorrow afternoon. She must go out. Which of the following should she take with her?
Okay.
Okay, a pen, an umbrella, a raincoat, so forth. Okay, a hat, a swimsuit, rubber boots, sunscreen lotion, running shoes. Okay, now we're talking about a situation like in our story about a bad weather day. Okay, I don't think she needs a pen.
I don't think so.
Okay, she's going to have a tough time writing when it's raining. An umbrella for sure.
Yeah.
She needs
An umbrella.
an umbrella. She needs a raincoat.
A raincoat, very important when it's raining.
Yes. A hat, I think, is a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, when it's raining or when it's cold.
Yeah.
Okay. A swimsuit, not in that weather situation.
No.
Swimsuit, you would need to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Rubber boots is a good thing, right? To cover your feet. Make sure that your feet...
These are boots.
Those are boots.
Yeah?
They're not rubber.
No, they aren't.
Okay.
But they are boots.
Okay. Sunscreen lotion, again, that's something you would need when you have very warm sunshine. You're at the beach. Running shoes,
Not in this case.
I would not say that. So she needs an umbrella, a raincoat, a hat, rubber boots.
Okay, Ed.
Yeah.
Perfect. So there are other exercises that our students can do at home.
Yeah, just pick one. Use your magic pen if you have one. And pick one of these exercises and do a little bit of practice.
Okay.
right.
So now let's go because I want to understand if it's cold or hot now.
Over here,
Yeah.
oh, it feels quite warm over here.
Oh, it's okay.
I can't understand. This is a strange weather room.
Yeah.
The weather in this room is very strange, very variable.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we can say goodbye to everybody.
Are we going outside?
Yes, why not?
Okay. Let's go outside.
Bye bye. See you next lesson.
Bye-bye.
Bye.